Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Adventures in Collecting.
Hi.
Dave, we're not done with 2025 yet, as it turns out.
No, no, the year in review continues.
Yeah, no, well, we can officially say the year in review ends with this episode.
Hmm.
We're not doing we that's why in the last one I was like, yeah, 2025 in the rearview mirror.
Hmm.
Maybe we shouldn't say that yet.
I'm
Um,
back at SummerSlam where the three people you'll hear tonight are
yeah, yeah,
where last spoke
yeah.
to each other.
It's true. It's true. Um, yes, of course, we do have a special guest. We are very very excited to talk WWE with one of the people that helps bring it to life.
Hmm.
We'll bring him on in just a minute, but of course, we do have a little bit of housekeeping to attend to here. So, as it is January and it is the start of the new year, we do have our giveaways are live. And yes, Dave, I said giveaways plural because we do indeed have two different giveaways this month.
I mean,
Um,
I wish I could enter for this one.
so we partnered with our good friends Chubsy Wubsy Toys in Little Falls, New Jersey, to give away this awesome Tribe Called giveaway, if you will. And
Hmm.
yes, you can ask yourself, can you kick it? Yes, you in fact can. Head on over to our Instagram at AIC underscore podcast. You will find a pinned post. You have all of January to enter to win this awesome 4 pack representing one of the greatest hip hop
My
outfits in
favorite,
existence.
my favorite hip hop rap group of all time, hands
Yeah,
down.
yeah, fantastic. This is one that I really hope we get ultimates of these. That would be
Hmm.
incredible. But yeah, you can enter to win this
I,
amazing
I also
reaction.
would love another series of these from like maybe a little bit later too.
Yeah, yeah, I would take that. I would absolutely take that. But yeah, so you have
Midnight
all of
Marauders, like.
January. It'd be great. You have all of January to enter to win this. As of this airing, we're just about halfway through the month, so you've still got time. So head on over to our Instagram at AIC underscore podcast. And yeah, look for this pinned post and also look for this pinned post. So our other giveaway this month is a big one, quite literally.
Literally.
And we've also partnered with another friend of the pod. So Power of X-Men podcast, amazing X-Men podcast and community, has partnered with us to give away a X-Men 97 Marvel Legends Sentinel, along with a giant size X-Men #1 Marvel Legends Banshee, and a really, really cool White and Gold Industries X-Men tee with art from X-Men #28. It is a size medium. So, um, whether that's your size or not, that's the size the shirt is because that's what we've got. So, yeah, you have a chance to enter to win. One person will win all three of those items. It is like an exciting giveaway opportunity to kick off the year with
and
some amazing
and if you're
stuff.
not a medium, make a friend, share it with a loved one.
Yeah, frame it, use it as art, put it in one of those
Could
shirt
do
frames,
that.
hang it on the wall. Hey, it's White Gold Industries. Those things are like this shirt's like out of print. You can't even get it anymore. So sell it and buy yourself another Sentinel potentially. Um, but yeah, so both of those giveaways are currently live over on Instagram. Again, that's at AIC underscore podcast. Look for those two pinned posts, and of course, make sure you're following us over there. Keeping an eye out for all the news stuff, all the toy photography, all the reviews, all the links, and more giveaways. So we'll be giving away something else in February. Um, Not quite sure what that is yet. We have the rest of the month to figure that out. So
Hmm.
so yeah. Um, the other thing that I wanted to mention too, just one last thing before we bring Steve on here, is Toy Fair. So Adventures in Collecting will be at Toy Fair next month, literally a month, just shy of a month from air date of this episode.
Yeah.
We already have some really fun things booked. Really excited for all of kind of the new stuff. There's a lot of new moving parts headed into 2026 with a lot of like licensing things. There's a lot of
Hmm.
really interesting conversations to be had, and we already have a pretty packed schedule this far
Yeah.
out. So. Um, we're gonna try to do the same thing that we did at New York Comic Con, where we're kind of like running and gunning, and getting you the information as fast as we possibly can. Um, yeah, so look for that content coming in Valentine's Day weekend. So we will be there the 14th and 15th,
We
with
will.
what I would imagine a recap episode of some kind on the 16th. So
That is our bouquet of flowers for
yeah,
the listeners and followers.
we'll aim to give you a
Our
dozen toy reveals. How about that?
a
Instead of a dozen roses.
I don't want to make promises. How about a Whitman sampler of
Well,
information?
I said we aim. We
A
aim
Russell
to. Not we
Stover's mix.
guarantee. Get a surprise and delight a little bit. Having last year there was a lot, or last Toy Fair there was a lot more than 12 reveals. So I think
Yeah, I think
12
we'll
is
be
a safe.
good,
We hit
but
12
I
like I
don't
think
want to.
alone at like the NECA booth. So
A lot of things are in flux this year, so
it's true. This is true. With that, let's bring on friend of the pod, pillar of the toy community, one of the people behind bringing today's subject to life over at Mattel, Steve Ozer, action figure attack himself. Welcome back to Adventures in Collecting, man.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on again.
It's super fun. Oh, to talk to you
always
always. I
happy.
know you've been a busy guy. You've been on a lot of
Hmm.
ringside live streams lately.
Oh my gosh, we're doing another one Friday. They're not going to be weekly, but we're going to do more this year. They were a lot of fun last year, but I can't do the weekly gig. Hats off to you guys for doing these things regularly, but I can't hang.
Well, you do a great job with them. We're
Yeah.
super excited for this one, especially your community member guest. Shouts to Fig Heel. We're
Hmm.
big Fig Heel marks here,
We
so
love
he's an
Fig
awesome
Heel.
guy.
It's great.
Uh, yeah, should be a fun conversation,
Hmm.
as should this.
Yeah.
I like the
As we're
dramatic zoom ins for his videos. Hey, come here. I want to show you something.
It's the best. He's like the equivalent. He's like the wrestling figure equivalent to that guy who does the ones in the mirror where he gives away like recipes to things. I forget
Oh.
his name, but he's like come here, come closer, come close, no
Hmm.
closer.
I thought you were gonna say the TikTok kid that's going viral, like, come here. I have a
Oh
secret. I want to show
Oh,
you. You haven't seen that? Not
no,
TikTok people? Okay.
we're
It'll
there.
scar you.
We're on TikTok, but like
It's
checking the
not your
box.
algorithm,
I
Yes,
always
right? It
appreciate
will
it
be now that we
because
mentioned it.
I
there
always
you go.
appreciate it because it had like a street magician vibe to it. Like, come here, let me show you something. Like the David Blaine specials and stuff. And I love those. So that's
Yeah.
about as that's a huge compliment. I love street magic.
I do love myself an illusion. I do love an illusion.
Hmm.
Real quick before we jump into our top tens here, and we'll set the stage for that momentarily. But you were part of a live stream a friend of ours, Kevin, over at Toying Around over right before the holidays, and you had a little tiny piece of information about you and other friend of the pod, Kyle Wadiga, who is now over
Yeah.
at Mattel, that you guys are going to be DCing it up together over there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so the news broke last year that Mattel was awarded the license again for DC product. So I am part of that team, and I'm blessed to be working with Kyle and some other amazing people that are making up our Mattel DC team. So there's going to be a slow rollout of information as the months go by, as we head into next year, of information reveals and whatnot. So there's not really anything I can really say beyond that I work on it. And then Mattel PR and the machine will do their thing and reveal these things when the time come. But yeah, exciting things ahead for sure, and blessed to be working on two of my most beloved brands. I mean, add Muppets to the mix at some point in my future, and I've checked all the boxes.
Oh man. Yeah. Well,
Nice.
hey, you never know. Maybe there's that Muppets WWE or Muppets DC crossover in the
They
the
did host
future. Who
Raw once.
knows?
They
I
did host Raw once.
drove from Orlando to Atlanta because of that. I was like, I am going to this bleeping show.
Yeah, that's Kermit's never far from me. He's right back here. So I feel you.
Beaker
Well,
Steve
looking.
Sheamus' cousin. It's canon.
There we
also
go.
excited for that retheming of Rock and Roller Coaster.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. I
Yeah.
mean, really, really sad about Muppet Vision
Muppet
3D
Vision.
closing. It's an absolute classic, but looking forward to see what they do with Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. Same. Same. Well, we have so many fun things to look forward to in 2026. We've got new live
Yeah.
streams, we've got potential DC reveals, all of these amazing things coming from you and Mattel. But before we do that, let's turn our vision backwards one last time, look at 2025, and talk about each of our 10 favorite releases across the WWE lines. Now, these could be elites, ultimates, main events, two packs, whatever
Retro.
a single retros single release from 2025 that that we thought made the top 10. We have each selected 10 releases, and what we'll do is if there is any crossover, so whoever happens to get to something first, we'll just all reveal where that may be on our list if there is any crossover, and we'll just talk about it then. But in this case, we're just gonna go one by one and run through them, give a little reason why we picked them, and keep it moving here. So,
Hmm.
uh, I'll get us. I'll kick us off.
Okay.
With my number 10, and these are ranked, so we'll go from 10 to 1.
10 to
So
1.
I'll start us off here with my number 10 pick, which is Monday Night War. Make a difference, Fatu. A figure I never thought in a million years we would get. It is time to make a change. Say no to drugs. Before he did it for The Rock, he was doing it for the kids. Um, I am a absolute mark for anything new gen. That is my like what makes my heart sing when it comes to wrestling. So anything that falls into that new gen category is like immediately gets high marks for me. And this is just one of those like, you know, crazy ones that, like I said, I never thought we'd get this
It
version
is
of
so
Fatu,
90s. I love it.
and it's and just all the details on it, like everything on the jacket, all the deco, the two different hats that he comes with, the expression is so good.
Hmm.
Yeah, just makes me think of those PSAs, and I'm super happy to have them.
New Gen was such an amazing time for visually pleasing gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it that way. So toyetic, for sure. So it's a crime that WWE's boom periods were kind of in flux. It was like an in-between phase of WWE
Yeah.
Hmm.
because if Hasbro was in full swing at that time, or Jax was all in and had figured things out there and their formula of success at that point, like the figures would have been even more unbelievable than what we eventually got from Jax. So really cool to go back in time and be able to touch upon the new gen.
Yeah, and I love that you're sneaking some of those into the Monday Night War line. And anytime I see that blue and yellow logo on the box, I'm like, yep.
Guys, they
Um,
count. First
they do.
Nitro through last
100%.
Nitro. It counts.
Yep, I'm here for
Absolutely.
it. You
How
no
do you think they
argument
got
from
the
me.
lead? Like,
Yeah, yeah, I'll take all the ones from the losing part of the WWE period. Yeah, the new gen period. No, but seriously, more new gen. Anything that I can put in in my new gen collection, every time scoop it every single time.
see, I always love it because, like, as I was growing up, like, my taste was growing up. So it was like, okay, this is fun. But Eric loved it. Like,
Mhm. Mhm. Yep.
hmm.
My favorite gimmicks. Everybody needed
Yep.
a day job. It was great. Steve, why don't you hit us with your number 10?
Sure. So my number 10 was someone who, for several years, we were trying to find the right spot and the right look to do an Ultimate figure of. So somebody who was long overdue to be included in the Ultimate Edition line. And then at WrestleMania in Philly, she came out in this amazing gear, and Bill and I immediately like looked at each other and we were like, "That's the one." And he got to work right away. So at number 10, I've got Ultimate Edition 27 Bailey.
This is on my list as well. This is my number 5. Um, it was
Nice.
immediately into like our premium toyetic event thing right at that time. I think I did rate that one solo because Eric was
Yeah.
away that weekend. But it was immediately one of those ones I was like, this needs to be a figure. Like, just with the whole entrance and the big coat, and basically her being carried out and then winning the title. Like, it was perfect.
The sleeves are so good on that figure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a complex outfit, and he had to get really
Yeah.
creative. Bill did in figuring out how to execute this and make it work. A lot of new tooling on it to really accommodate Bailey's unique gear, and well worth it. It was very positively received, and Bailey is so deserving of the ultimate treatment. So really happy that this came to fruition.
I love too, like the Ultimate line has that precedent to be able to do like the interchangeable arms all the way back from Series 1 with
Yep.
Ronda, I believe, right? Um,
Yeah.
and so seeing all that with like Nakamura and Brett and all those through the years, like it's such an awesome thing to be able to take advantage of because you can do so much more.
So little backstory. Um, Bill had just either they just were released or they were about to be released. The like Cesaro figure with that like tuxedo jacket that he had,
Yep.
and I feel like it was good thinking to try to do something different to try to give it a little more posability and get the jacket off and on. But it wasn't quite as good as we had hoped it would be. And then I was standing outside Bill's cube and I'm like, why don't you do what you just did for the flashback Mean Gene with the swappable arms and swappable jacket? And then things snowballed from there, and that eventually played a role in how we developed Ultimate Edition. So you can thank Cesaro and Mean Gene Okerlund for this swappable jacketed arm feature on Ultimates.
What a bald combo.
Yeah.
The power of baldness wins again.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Yeah, and it just this speaks volumes to, shouts to Bill, making kind of the decision of a sculpted piece like this versus something that's, soft goods, because I think there's a time and place for both where, like, it's, and sometimes even together, like we've seen on like the new Rhea Ripley that's coming. But like
Mm-hmm.
this jacket captured the way that it is because of the swappable arms. I think this works so well. Just works really, really well.
I don't think we could have done this via soft goods unless we charge you guys like $100 for it. So
Yeah.
All right, Dave, that takes us to your number 10.
So this was my number 10 is from the Monday Night War Series 7, and that is going to be NWO Great Muta. No, not the
ooh,
the chase one, but the standard with the New World Order face paint. Um, I loved Muta. I think I mentioned in the regular top 10. I was afraid of Muta when I was a kid. Um,
you should be still.
You told this story, but you didn't tell Steve this story that you were afraid
yeah.
of
So
Muta.
I remember the first time I saw Muta, like on WCW. I think it was in the feud with Sting. Like he had like Gary Hart, who was always like a mean manager, and like I was like, this dude's scary. He doesn't say a word. And then he holds his neck and like green mists people. Like I didn't know he like just spits slime at people. I'm like, this dude is terrifying. And he's like emotionless and like just a scary looking guy. And that was something that always stuck with me, and over time just became somebody who I was like, oh, this dude's awesome. Like I am so enamored with this guy. So when he became part of the coolest thing that was one of the coolest things that was going on when I was in like high school and college. I was like, oh man, this is even cooler. Like I love Great Muta. I'm so happy he's shown up now in this.
So similar origin story of my Muda fandom. I probably discovered him right around the same time as you, but it was through it wasn't Pro Wrestling Illustrated, but it was like the B magazine to Pro Wrestling Illustrated. There were two at the time that were, up there in popularity. So it was like that secondary magazine, and there were pictures of Muda in it. And the face paint was like coming off a little bit, and he was like spitting the mist, and like there was just like this sense of like real danger about him, like seeing the visuals of him. A lot of the stuff in the NWA felt more dangerous, right?
Yeah,
It wasn't
100%.
as approachable as the Bushwhackers. So yeah, super cool. You felt that immediate danger, and you knew he was special just from seeing like some photos of him or limited action. And
Yeah.
it's also been such a great pleasure to build out the NWO roster, right? We went from having like really just like the primary NWO members to now having an almost fully fleshed out NWO in just a couple of years. So that's pretty incredible. We're really proud of that.
And even starting to fill out like NWO Japan, which had a like lifespan that was way longer than the NWO. If you look it up, like NWO Japan was going on for a long time.
All right,
Hey.
writing that down for expanding NWO options.
Oh,
Hey,
two of them made my wish list.
if the NWO
Tenzan
was
and Chono
allowed,
were on my.
yeah, I was gonna say the NWO would still be growing if
Maybe it is.
It's true. It's true. All right,
Well, they
so
finally
that takes
ended the modern NWO. Like
the OG never-ending faction of the NWO. All right, so it takes us to my number 9.
yes,
So first loop around. I love a good meme, and I prayed for this, and it happened. So the Ultimate Edition, Drew McIntyre. Um, I just love this figure. I love this expression. The other heads on this are fantastic. I just can't stop using this one for things. Um, it's just so ridiculous, and I'm a huge Drew fan. I've told this story multiple times, but like I took a very long time off from paying attention to wrestling and came back like around 2019. Um, and especially like really back in during the pandemic. And this guy literally put the company on his shoulders and carried it through that Thunderdome era, and has just reinvented himself again, as this like internet troll mega heel, um, current undisputed champ, right? But yeah, I love this figure. Again, great accessories. I don't have them out right now, but like the soft goods, kilts, the entrance jacket, the different head sculpts, the overall kind of like torso proportions, and like he's just like he's like an odd, not odd, but like he's an interesting body shape in real life where he does have these kind of like long tree trunk legs, but he is kind of built like an action figure. Honestly,
he's a
he's very
very
top
tall man.
heavy. But yeah, this is just a really cool figure. Love the proportions, love the detail, and I'm a big fan of when figures kind of feel almost evergreen for a character, like or a persona, where you can, especially as a photographer, like this isn't like super unique one-off ring gear. Like I could take pictures of him in so many different situations, and it's not like I don't get mentally stuck as like, oh, well, he only wore that once and it was here and it was kind of like that. Like, so this works for me as like the quintessential Drew McIntyre. So yeah, it's my number 9 pick. How
Awesome.
fun was it to get the scan for him for this?
That was just based off the visuals, the images that were available, and Gentle Giant sculpted that for us. So they did a bang up
Oh
job.
wow.
It's pretty cool. You mentioned some of that stuff about Drew, like it's a quintessential Drew figure. Sometimes those like sleeper figures are some of the best ultimates, like the Batista Legends ultimate that we did
Oh yeah.
a couple of years ago. That is our best selling ultimate of all time. Granted, it happened during the pandemic, and people, were just like fiending for collectibles. But I think it also speaks to the power of doing just a core look of a character in a
Mhm.
great execution, and it's going to work. And Batista, Drew's another example. Some of the Hulkster figures that we do, they really feel very satisfying. The Brock
Yeah.
Ultimates are just
Mm-hmm.
like he's a guy in black trunks, right? And
Yep.
it's like, why
Yep.
does this feel so good, in the hand as an action figure? But they work.
Yeah, the Hogan one's a great call out too, because I mean, it's like trunks and boots,
Mm-hmm.
tan body, like it's just, you know, but yeah, they do feel really satisfying because I think it is that kind of core moment. Like you associate that, persona with the way that that figure looks, and it like it doesn't just check a box. It like carves the check mark into it. It's like, okay, if something happens tomorrow and I never have the opportunity to get another Drew McIntyre figure, another Hulk Hogan figure, like
Mm-hmm.
I have
You have
one that
the
is
Drew.
just like, yeah. So I makes total sense to me. All right. Steve, we're back to you for your next pick.
All right, at number 9, I'm going to choose Survivor Series PLE Elite 123 Kid. Now, we've done 6 and X-Pac and a couple of 123 Kid figures, but there's so many gears like that were untapped. And I think this one, the purple gear, was something that was like often requested. So really exciting to get this version out there. New head sculpt, and really like it really pops for Waltman here. Really satisfied with it.
Yeah, the likeness on this one is
So
crazy.
good.
That was the first thing that jumped out to me because my favorite 123 kid you figure you guys have done was part of the Monday Night Raw. Was that a
Yeah,
three
that's
pack, right, with the
the
Raw
three
sign?
pack.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably my favorite because again, same thing. Like when I close my eyes and think of 123 kid, I think of that outfit and honestly that storyline too with him and
I think of
Razor.
that moment. Yeah.
But this is a great like alternate look for him. Yeah, awesome pick, dude.
And can also double as your $1 million corporation 123 kid,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
until maybe we get to that true heel version of him.
All right, Dave. That loops us back around to you for your number 9.
Number 9, Monday Night War Series 6. This is my meme one. Hardcore hack. What a
Oh
great
yeah.
couple of months it was, but like one of those figures that I never thought I'd get. I just remember like he went to WCW when I was like in college. I remember when it happened. He showed up with the barbed wire and shirtless, and I'm like, what is going on here? And the fact that we have this as a figure now is just unreal. Like I love the, you know, like Eric was saying with make a difference Fatu. We all need like the gobbledygookers and the goon and all of those types of figures. And as much as we all love Sandman, like hardcore hack, the fact that that can happen is unreal good.
The
And
goon
it
to this
it
day,
did
the
great.
goon being.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just saying it did great. Like these deep
Mm-hmm.
cuts do work. There is affinity for them. So yeah, I'm glad it was so well received.
Because in
Yeah, it's
hindsight, it's all moments. Like we remember, I think that he was in the junkyard, but like I couldn't tell you a hardcore hack match, but I remember he showed up. Like that was that to me. The fact that he like there was a short period of time where Sandman was in WCW.
And you
you
know where this was born out of? Like I designed this one with one of our junior designers, Hector, and it was born out of my love of the old Toy Biz figure.
Mm,
And I really just wanted to replicate that as closely as possible in the Monday Night War line. So we got pretty close to it. But yeah, it's just that was memorable. Like he had a brief stint, but you
mm-hmm.
remember he was there in general. He had an action figure, a WCW
I
action
forgot
figure,
about that.
and yeah, and here we are.
yeah.
Of
What
all
I
the
was gonna
people
say
in
is
WCW who didn't get figures, he got a Toy Biz.
crazy. I was gonna
I
say
know,
you
right?
brought up the goon. You brought up the goon before it. That still blows my mind that you guys put that figure in a main mainline wave. Like wasn't like a subline, wasn't a build a figure, just the
It was
goon.
collector's edition, right?
Hmm.
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
don't think
Anyway,
that one was,
look,
but it's so
No, it
good.
wasn't. No, I think it was. Wait.
It's just
I think he
So
mainline.
was. I think he was collector's edition. I could be wrong. He was meant to be collector's edition. I don't know if we ended that or not by the time he came out. But yeah, Goon.
regardless,
Like
it rules.
when I
Yeah,
started, Goon was on the list, and I kind of took it upon myself to leverage that list as much as possible of available legends so that we can get more. And we were making that someone asked for the Goon to be signed, so we were going to make that figure. And we did. And look, it never clogged. I don't
nope,
even, is he worth something on eBay now? I'll check.
probably,
I
probably.
think
How could you not
for
want a Goon figure? Do you guys want a
yeah,
Goon
like
vault figure?
Hey, yeah, if you need the goon back, if you missed him the first time, that would be it.
hmm
Yeah, it's an
that's
interesting
a
one.
good
The one
vault.
that I want from the vault from that era is
Okay.
Isaac
Let,
Yankem.
let's not
Isaac
talk
Yankem.
about the Goon's eBay prices. Moving on.
Okay.
Fair
One
enough.
and done. One and done.
All right. Okay, so that takes us back to me, right? So we're on number 8.
Yes.
My number 8 is Ultimate Edition, black and pink, modern CM Punk. Um I'm late, like full. I will fully admit that I am late to the CM Punk fandom. I just again, the amount of time that I took off from wrestling, it took me a while to get on board, but boy am I on board. Um this most recent run has just been so much fun. The comeback at Survivor Series, the amount of
Hmm.
figures that have been out to support said comeback. Um the different expressions that you guys have been giving him. Yeah, and I'm I just love the pink and black. I love the Bret Hart throw or Bret Hart tribute. Um, really excited for some of those new heads that are on some of the new elites and main events that are coming with the Phil's longer hair, his less slicked back look. So yeah, but just a solid figure and again, really great proportions. I love when these ultimate editions um hit that proportion, give you kind of the extra articulation, those really
Hmm.
nice butterfly joints, get some really great movement out of him. He can hit, as you saw, the go to sleep really easily, which is great. Yeah. So that's my what is that? Yeah, number 8. So number 8, Ultimate Edition CM Punk. Yeah. So Steve, I think we're back
Steve, up to
to
you. Yeah.
you. Yeah.
All right. So for 8, I chose it's crazy. So we had some panels WrestleMania weekend. And at the last minute, we weren't supposed to have a panel with these people. We were supposed to have them in booth for a surprise reveal. And then, like, I don't know, an hour before, hour and a half, they were like, hey, can you do a panel and can you write a script? And I was like, I can't write a script in an hour. But can you do the panel? I was like, sure. Do we have a host? And they were like, no. I'm like, I guess I'm hosting it. So I got to host a panel with Cody and Brandy to reveal their Ultimate Edition 2-pack figure. So surreal moment, for me getting to do this and then getting to present to them something that I know was really special as an action figure. So Cody and Brandy celebrating their entrance at WrestleMania in Philadelphia, as well as like the kissing heads for their pre and post match celebrations. And this did really well in Mattel Creations. So proud of this item. This was an item that me and Bill worked closely together on to bring to life, and you guys supported it in a big way. So really happy about this one.
I love this new trend of face sculpts with eyes closed. So kissy face or otherwise, I just like eyes
Hmm.
closed. It's so important for alternate, like again, speaking as, a toy photographer, the eyes closed, it's so important. Like when you have somebody down on the mat, when you have somebody, getting hit in the corner, Them having their eyes closed really adds so much emotion to, to that photography, and it's less editing that you have to do with Photoshop to close their eyes. So, yeah, I love this trend of eyes closed portraits.
And I think it helps now because we're in a new generation of WWE superstars who are toy savvy. CM Punk,
Hmm.
you mentioned his gear. He knows what he's doing, right?
Mhm.
Cody, when he reviews these figures for approvals, like he knows what's up. He knows, what questions to ask. He knows why we're doing things. So, God bless those people because back in the day, we wouldn't be able to do alternate heads like this.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
super, super cool. Dave, that takes us to your next pick.
Yeah, my number 8, also a CM Punk, but from a different point in his career, earlier on, which is the dark
Mm.
match, the defining moments dark match CM Punk. What a fun way to get this into the line! Like,
No kidding.
awesome. I love that was possible because of the dark match, and you get short CM Punk, which is back long before companies that we cannot name, but
Sneaky.
but it
This is a sneaky
sneaky.
figure.
It rules. Like, I love it. You got the dyed haired Punk too, which is pretty. Like, I want to think. Yeah, that was like between. I think he was in a couple different places at the time, but
Mhm.
it's so cool. Like,
I feel like I saw a video that I think you sent me of this era CM Punk wrestling like Eddie Guerrero in like a gymnasium somewhere.
yeah, like back for when he was um IWA Mid South, maybe, like.
Yeah,
And then there was a
I think
match
you're right.
that weekend, and then there was also another match of him, Eddie, and Rey Mysterio,
Yeah, crazy.
and that's that's
Yeah.
Crazy.
that's unmasked Rey,
Crazy.
which is
Crazy.
even crazier. But
Yeah,
Solid
truly
figure though.
iconic time for him. Yeah.
hmm yeah, it's such a memorable time. Like, as a fan of his, to be able to be like, okay, I now have this represented.
It
Like,
also
this
And
just is
specific
crazy
era.
how few tattoos he has.
Hmm
This figure.
Yeah.
and also just like in a weird way getting to celebrate like other legends because this was based on at least in my direction of this. Now he wore this, I think two nights in a row at WWE, something like that.
I believe so.
But to me, this is the final match of the Legion of Doom in WWE.
Mm.
It was a dark
Hmm
match. They had wrestled the night before against Kane and Rob Van Dam on Raw as surprise opponents, and the next night they were on SmackDown for a tryout dark match, and they wrestled CM Punk and a tag team partner. So a nice way to celebrate, the final match of like the greatest tag team of all time. Um, Pretty cool. Maybe a little self-serving. I did go to that match too, so I have a figure representing another event I attended.
It's
Right
amazing.
on.
All right, so that takes us back to me for my number 7 pick. I'm sticking with another Ultimate Edition here. Um, the leader of my current favorite faction, the Wyatt Six. I'm going with Ultimate Edition Uncle Howdy. Yeah, just this is just a I don't know. I'm a horror fan, big horror fan. So anything that kind of exists in that like this is spooky category, I love, and I love the Wyatt Six full aesthetic. I'm not going to comment on the quality of their booking at this moment, but I do genuinely enjoy all of the members of the Wyatt Six, both individually and as a group. And yeah, this is just a fantastic figure. Love the expressions. Again, all the different accessories are great. The deco and detail on on the jacket. Again, the swappable arms, letting you get those two looks. And a really nicely done lantern. Um,
hmm
yeah, so love this version of Bo, and excited to put the rest of the team together. So we're when that 3-pack hits, I think then we have all of them. So yeah, more Wyatt Six to come on this list.
We've been really blessed to collectively as fans, as toy makers, to have Jason Baker involved in like the costume work for the Wyatt Six and some other WWE entrance gear. It's just like so elevated and different and really professional.
Mhm.
And Howdy is a great example of that. The entire Wyatt Six, of course.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
But even
it's
like the little details, like the bray on the knuckles, like
hmm
yeah, just awesome, awesome delivery.
I got to go to the HHN in Hollywood and see the
How
maze.
was it?
That was awesome. I think so I went in with a Wyatt Six shirt on. So like I had basically all the scare actors were like, we're just gonna pose for this dude and like have fun with him. Like they weren't trying to scare me; they were just trying to be like, "You rule!" Like, oh, Howdy like gave me like a thumbs up at the first point, and then it just was like for the rest of the way. I actually got a little emotional on the way out. Like it was
Oh,
super cool. It was a heck of a tribute.
Yeah.
love that.
Now, which one? There were because there were two different experiences, right? Because like one in
Yeah,
the one in Hollywood is different than the one in which one did you get to do again?
I got the swamp.
The swamp. Okay. Because then the
I
other
got
one, the one
the
that was in
compound
Orlando, the
was
one in
gorilla.
Orlando was like Gorilla. Yeah,
hmm
from the debut,
It
which is
starts
just
yeah, it starts at the compound in Hollywood and it starts at Gorilla in Orlando.
got it,
Mm.
got it. Yeah, super cool. Yeah, I'm really excited for that 3-pack to get so that
Me
way
too.
we can have Rowan and
Nikki.
and Nikki. Thank you. Yeah. All right. So Steve, we're back to you for your next pick.
All right. For number 7, I've got the Ringside Collectibles exclusive, long awaited Ultimate Edition tag team, the Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott. Classic gear for both of these. The non college specific jackets, soft goods jackets, the headgear on Rick that is detachable under the chin strap. So, yeah, I mean, they were begged for years.
Yep.
So we really wanted to do them right. We sculpted tons of new parts for them. The unique short boot, tall boot for Rick. Scott, of course, his gigantic biceps. Love how this set turned out, and it seems like everybody really was satisfied with this one as well.
The
Even
non-matching
this
jackets was my favorite touch, to be honest.
that same.
Credit to Bill, like he noticed that, and he easily could have just been like, make 2 of these, right, and
hmm
it's the same jacket, and I don't think many people would have even noticed. But he went above and beyond to get it right, and did jackets that were accurate to their photos and entrance gear.
The fact that these two are not on my list, but in the previous year and previous years, like the Steiners have been on my 10 request post that we do every year. The Steiners have been on there literally every year
We
until
we
last year when
did,
they came out.
yeah.
That speaks to the volume of the amount of stuff that you put out this year, that these are two of my most requested figures
Yeah,
and didn't even make my top 10.
It's a lot. I mean, I was cheating right before this episode to try to remember all the figures that we did. So I saw Steiner's. It's technically a 2025 release.
hmm
Yep.
So yeah, I was like, they have to be on my list.
that and those jackets. Hey, like I'm not saying recent events have possibility of reuse, but
That'd be a great
it
outfit.
could
Like
be.
like Steve said before, CM Punk, he knows what he's doing. He
He
knows what
does.
he's doing.
But
Uh,
speaking of Scott Steiner,
I was gonna say you
my
got one hell of a segue here.
my number 7 is again a different era of somebody, but Ultimate Monday Night War Scott Steiner. Um, this is one of my like ones that I've always wanted, like WCW champion Scott Steiner, like late run WCW. he was probably one of the best things at the time. And I mean, this figure like nails it. You got the chainmail, you've got um the
Straight
restraining
jacket.
jacket, the straight jacket. Thank you. I couldn't think of the name of it. But even down to like the sunglasses. Anytime you can get the WCW version of Big Gold out there, gotta love it. And he's such a, again, we're talking about like a trunks guy, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
just trunks, black boots, but still one of the most toyetic, probably human beings on the planet.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
You
Built
know
like
what?
an action figure.
Speaking of,
hmm
what figure still holds up for him? The Toy Biz TNA Scott Steiner. That's practically a masterpiece of an action figure. So yeah, he's as toyetic as it gets. He's a living superhero
yeah,
physically.
Yep, yep.
yeah, he is
Yeah,
a
and
walking
the
action figure.
torso and proportions on this figure are as insane as they should be.
hmm
So, yeah, yeah.
But I mean, it was like, oh, this is one of the things I always go with is vibes and like, does this look like a small version of this person to me? And this does, like, hands down.
Yep. And you get all the hands and stuff that you need. You can have him cut
hmm
a promo and be yelling at people. It's great.
Yeah, he can point at people, like it's awesome.
Yeah. It's a good point at Medeja.
hmm Or
All
point at
right.
any number of crowd members that he's yelling at, like it's
Yeah.
totally cool.
All right, so we're back to me already.
hmm
So my next one is we're on number 6. My number 6 pick is, as I hinted at before, a little bit more of the Wyatt 6. We've got Elite 119 Dexter
Mm.
Loomis. This figure, I I have questions about how much of your deco budget was left after this figure, because this is it's almost like soup to nuts, fully
hmm
resculpted, all of the details in the pants and all of the kind of like snake skin, I think that is, or alligator skin that's on his, and just kind of all of the
Whatever
different
animal he killed.
washes and hits, and the mask and the way that the mask blends with the hair in the
Hair.
back, like it's just the likeness, the entrance coat, all the different his insane amount of tattoos that are all over him. Is just it's an insane figure. This is I feel like this is like a sneeze away from being an ultimate edition packaged in an elite,
hmm
box. But yeah, as I mentioned before, love the Wyatt Six. I was a big Dexter Loomis fan when I came back in, with the bit of NXT that I was watching. So I'm happy to see him, continue to be spooky
One
in a
of the
different
more
way.
underrated wrestlers on the roster.
Yeah.
Like I've been a fan of his
Um,
since back in TNA.
but yeah, this is just an absolutely incredible elite. Yeah.
He was expensive. He was expensive. I true story. I had to re-review some of the costs of the Wyatt Six today, and they're just astronomically expensive action figures. So we try to balance things out and make things work. So if you see people like Stone Cold Steve Austin or Roman Reigns in lineups, thank them, because they make Dexter Loomis's deco possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, such a good fit. And even just like the little details, like the shirts
The
hanging out the
shirt.
back. Just so good. All right. So Steve, that's back to you for your next pick.
All right, so next up at number 6, we're going to go with the Hall of Famer Paul Heyman from Ringside's Defining Moments Elite line, and this is from ECW One Night Stand. I don't remember which one, first or second, probably the first, more iconic, but I don't know. But a multi-use ladder year ECW or early 2000s WWE Paul Heyman. Great soft goods jacket. Larger build on him. He's got the lanyard, the headset, classic ECW mic. Like, what more can you ask for from a Paul Heyman figure? And a great sinister head sculpt by Magic.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say the thing for me that my favorite part about this figure is that expression is like ECW Paulie.
Hmm.
That's it screams it.
And I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I apologize. Paul E. Dangerously, right?
yeah.
If we're talking
Yep.
about ECW.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. Paulie. I like that you guys are building kind of like low key, like a fun ECW collection of things that have like been sneaking into lines here and there. And of course, you just announced that last year, at the end of last year, that New Jack is coming. Which, oh
Hmm.
my god, we haven't even had a chance to talk to you about that yet. And oh my god,
Yeah.
um,
Or as
yeah,
Joey Styles would say,
oh my
I'm not gonna.
god, yeah,
There it is. Thank you.
yeah.
Nice, nice low volume version.
Hmm. I
Try
can't do it
try
without
try
screaming.
not to
So.
wake everyone up. But yeah, I know I speak on behalf of Dave and I when I say that we are super excited at the
Hmm.
addition of more ECW stuff to the line, and we hope
Hmm.
that you keep finding ways to do it,
My
because
my
I
favorite
figure
thing I
if
used to wake up at 2 a.m. for.
if you could figure out a way to get New Jack into the line.
I
Hmm.
mean, there's we can do people. It's just can the talent and WWE come together and say, hey, we want to make a deal with each other, right?
Yeah,
We can
I.
find home like ringside is the perfect home for New Jack.
Hmm.
They're collector centric. There's a huge ECW audience built into ringside. They're based in the Northeast, etc. So we can make things happen, but we'll keep working with WWE to push for a lot of these talent that we know you still want. And sometimes it takes a long time, but I think when we look back, like you see like all these eras, all these factions, these companies, they're slowly being like fully represented and fully realized in the line 15 years later.
yeah,
This was a great year for wish list stuff. 2025. It was a
for real.
great wish list year. 'Cause if I didn't have, if, like, there are ones that everyone else is naming where I'm like, that would be there if 8 figures I hoped had come out didn't come out. Like,
I think your next pick falls into that category, Dave.
100% does. Um, Back to Monday Night War for my number 6. This is going to be Series 8. One of those people when I saw he got re-signed, I got super excited. The
Oh
loose
yeah.
cannon Brian Pillman. Um, like,
What
yeah,
a
we got the
figure.
Hollywood Blondes one, but like Heart Foundation Brian Pillman, just it's the Hollywood Blondes were great and I loved them when I was a kid, but like Loose Cannon is like peak Brian Pillman.
Yeah.
And there's maybe one or two more in this era of Loose Cannon where like one would have to be a vault, but now that there's the better technology, but like the fact that we've got this so far, like we're cooking. Like this was a long wanted figure with the vest and the crutch and all that. Like, perfect.
And another incredible face sculpt and likeness on
Hmm.
this. Oh my god.
I
Yeah,
can't
like you
remember if
can
this
get
was.
that like look of
Oh, go ahead.
his,
Yeah.
like, because he's got such a, like, if you
He's
close your
crazy.
eyes and we're like Brian Pillman, yeah, it's that crazy look, that crazed look.
Yeah.
I can't remember if this was excuse me, if this was Bill and Magic or just Magic. It was right at that time where Magic had come back to us from Jazzwares, and he had taken over the Monday Night War line. And Bill, he just stepped in for a couple of waves as we had a little bit of a transition. But both of them, I believe, had their hands on this, and it's amazing. Like the hair, the wash on the jeans, the combo sculpted vests with the soft goods shirt underneath. Just great classic. Really, it's one of the looks you think of when you think of Brian Pillman.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Like him on commentary doing this, or him coming out with the Art Foundation.
Well, I mean, you saw the picture that I took with him where I had to put the plain white T-shirt from CM Punk,
It's
the
it's
Survivor Series
close.
return CM
Yeah,
Punk. Close was close enough.
close enough
Close enough.
to be ECW Pillman.
Oh no, I meant pulling
Oh,
a firearm on television.
in his
Pillman.
house, yes.
Yeah. That would be a great ringside exclusive. I'm sure that would go over really well with the investors. Um,
No comment.
all right, so that takes us to my next pick. I'm headed sticking with Elite. Mine is Elite 117 Mommy. Rhea
Mm,
Ripley. Again, going back to that same category of like quintessential gear. Um, this was her gear from Elimination Chamber, I believe, in Australia. So she was on her home turf. It was when she was still working a heel, but she was 1000% a babyface in that match because she was in her home city. I love the little bit of extra makeup on the face, that kind of like the drips coming down the eyes. Just again, amazing likeness on this. This is the first Rhea Ripley too with the slightly longer hair, which is more accurate to her current look. Um, Fantastic figure. Just a fantastic figure. Now, I am so looking forward towards that ultimate that you guys have been
hmm
showing off on the ringside live streams.
The
I
first
think
broken nose.
yeah, yeah. With the like, I call it the
With the
Danzig
Undertaker
mask. It's
mask.
not a Danzig mask, but it
yeah,
looks
please
like
don't call it
mere
that.
it reminds me of that type of skull shape from the
Mhm.
album cover. But yeah, I obviously she's one of the most popular talents out there. She is incredible. She's going to go down as one of the greatest women wrestlers of all time.
hmm
And she's another one that like totally understands the ring gear to toyetic ratio. That Terrifier one that she did, the Art the Clown themed one, ridiculous. Yeah, she's
For
so
War
cool.
Games, yeah.
And yeah, and this figure just this rules. Love it. So yeah,
She's the best.
Yeah, everybody
she
loves
really
Rhea.
is.
Like,
Yeah, yeah. Mommy's always on top.
hmm
Just always on
even
top.
even Maddie came around. She's a big Rhea fan now.
Yeah, yeah. Maddie used to be scared of her. Now she wears a Rhea Ripley shirt as often as it is clean. So
Kids love her. They love
hmm
her. It's so great to see.
yeah,
Um,
Well,
yeah.
she used
she's
to
like the
be
Undertaker.
mean. That's why. Yeah.
She's honestly like the Undertaker, where it's like
hmm
she's badass and a little bit spooky sometimes, but like just so cool.
She's
Like
almost turn proof at this point. Like,
yeah,
there's even if she's a heel, she's not a heel. Like,
yeah, I think it's gonna be very difficult for her to work a heel in the future, like in the current trajectory. It's just
because
gonna be very,
everybody
very,
loves
very
her.
challenging.
Like,
You would need someone significantly more popular than her than that she would turn on.
hmm
Yeah,
If it happens to anybody else that is not even close to her popularity, there's no chance.
yeah, nope. And I honestly I don't know babyface wise, like in the with the exception of maybe like an AJ Lee, like I don't know if
EO could be
there's
close. Like, that could be heartbreaking. But like,
could be,
But I
could
think
be,
the audience would be split,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think you'd have that split on. Like AJ, I think they would take that to heart because AJ is like,
hmm
our aunt who watches over us. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
there's
Yeah.
different sentiments for someone like an AJ. But yeah, it'd be tough.
What you could do is you could have her turn on EO and then double down with like
Mm.
the follow up being AJ. That would be
AJ.
something that you could probably push her
I don't know.
into
It
like
doesn't always work. Remember Austin and
No.
Triple H beating down the Hardys? Like they still loved Austin no matter what, and the Hardys were
yep,
as beloved as could be.
Or
yep.
when Becky first turned. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
That would be a tough or a tall order, I should say,
Don't
for
do it,
sure.
Triple H. Just
Yeah,
let her be a good guy.
yeah, just
yeah.
let her be Rhea.
All right. What do we
All
have?
right, so
5?
it's back to
5.
you for 5. Yes.
Number 5. So this one is an unbelievable figure. Sometimes, I mentioned on the Ringside Live, there are like miracle figures we get to do, like that Chelsea Green 2-pack that's coming
Yeah.
out soon.
Dude.
This one is a miracle that we made happen. The stars aligned with his Hall of Fame induction. and it's an event that Bill went to. Yes, it's Legends 27 Elite Great Muta from his retirement match. Just sick. The soft goods is incredible. What a unique head sculpt. So toyetic. The the amount of people in the US that have seen Muda in matches in this era of gear is probably relatively slim, but that figure sold great and is so well received. It just speaks to Muda as I mean, everything we said earlier, right? There's something about Muda. I think just like in reality, unrealized potential in the US. Could have been so much more than he even was, and he's already beloved. Like this guy was just like a star.
Yep. He is on all of our lists. So Dave and I believe we both had him at number
3 for
3.
me.
Yeah.
Total
this was number 3.
elimination. Say that in the Joey Styles voice.
Total
I can't.
elimination.
There you go. He got it this
Yeah.
time. There aren't children sleeping in his house.
It's true.
But yeah, so my favorite current talent, like modern wrestler, is Shinsuke Nakamura. He's my favorite. I love him. Anybody listening, if you ever have the chance to read a really interesting, awesome autobiography, I cannot recommend King of Strong Style enough. Even if you are like just a wrestling fan, it is awesome. The fact that he wrestled Muda in this gear in his retirement match is just like, I needed to have this. Like, it was a must have. And as soon as you guys announced that it was going to be part of Legends line, it was like, oh well, this is just kismet. I mean, this is perfect. My guy got to retire, his guy effectively. So yeah, super super cool figure. All of the things that you said. Dave's favorite sculpted hand of all time, the grasping the throat hand. Yeah, fantastic figure.
There are a few that there were ones where I was like kind of like dropped the phone as I'm watching on YouTube, like screamed at the top of my lungs for a figure announcement, like where I'm like, like I can't believe this is getting made. New Jack most recently, but like this Legends Muda was like, that's retirement match, like Pro Wrestling Noah Muda, like unbelievable.
Here,
do you remember when we announced it? Comic-Con or WrestleMania? Probably one of those, I would assume.
I think it was Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
Yeah, I think this was a Comic-Con panel one, because I remember seeing it and kind of just going like, like, oh, that's allowed? They're allowed to do that? We could do that?
The impending Coco Beware is one of those too. But
yeah.
Oh my god,
Very
I'm so
excited.
happy we got that Coco out.
Coco and Crush.
We made a joke today in one of those like final meetings of the day of like sometimes things get like shot down and you just have to wait about 8 years or so and then it becomes a yes somehow, and it just seems like that trend keeps happening to us because Coco got not canceled. I don't even know what his real status was. I know there were sculpts, but we couldn't move forward at a point. There was like that ringside lineup that had Coco in it, but it came out and it's even better, and in reality it was worth the wait. Because it's so much better than that original work Bill was able, which was good. Yeah, and Frankie with him, the swappable hair and headband. Yeah, but that's for next year's top 10 list.
Yeah.
Early contender.
This year's top 10 list.
Yeah, this year. Yeah,
early
contender.
Yes.
Well, we get to bypass my number 5 as it was Bailey. So we can head back to Eric for number 4.
Okay. All right. So my number 4, listen, I couldn't not put a Cena on this list. In the year of Cena, I almost said the year of our Cena, like it was like in the year of our Lord, in the year of our Cena 2025. There were so many really great Cenas. I mean, again, guy that completely understands it. The merch train that was around him. I'm lucky
for each stop.
I'm very, very fortunate that we got to attend SummerSlam in our home, just like basically in our backyard. So I have the the blue. Dave has it too. The blue Cena, like the New York Giants, New York Rangers colored Cena shirt, which is
It's
great.
Giants. It was Giant
Um,
Stadium.
it's fair. But this one is the one that I went with. The last time is now farewell tour Cena that came in that amazing packaging,
Hmm.
with the cool little drop slot to drop. If you were in Vegas, right, you could get the version that had the little shirt that dropped in the back, the extra soft
The Vegas
goods,
shirt.
the Vegas shirt. This is the one without the Vegas shirt. But yeah, really, really great figure. John, of course, with his modern hairdo. And this, I believe, the thing that or the reason why I picked this figure, I believe this was the first one that had the towel accessory that could plug into the back of his pants. I don't think there was a Cena prior to this that did that, if I'm recalling correctly. So, between the seamless shirt, where it's no Velcro, and the towel accessory, and just kind of I feel like this represents the tour, the farewell tour very well. So yeah,
Hmm.
that's my number 4 pick.
And that was
We did
Netflix
so many
debut, right?
scene. What's that?
That's Netflix debut Cena, right?
That is no,
Or
no.
is that when he
Uh,
announced the farewell tour
that
No, I think
for?
that's the announcement. That's the
yeah,
announcement.
Yeah,
yep,
Yep.
yep. This was
Netflix
this
was
was to
an
announce it.
an LA
in
specific
LA. It
shirt.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he had
Yeah.
Dodgers, right?
Yeah, I think so. Forgive me for not remembering about the towel. We did so many Cena figures this year. I have no idea. Like we were
I'm
looking at future, like about to come out Cena figures and packaging and stuff, and were just so lost. We were like, what is this? Is this coming out here first, or is it in this way first? We were just like lost. Like it's a lost cause. So we need to have a reset moment in our brains with Cena and regroup on what shirts we did from this tour, and then kind of restart and go from there.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I was trying to think too. I know this is the only one that I have that has that feature.
Mm.
So, I don't know if it's just that it's the only one that I have that has that feature, or if it was the first one, because I
I
bought a lot
honestly
of
don't
John Cena's
remember.
this year, Steve. I
Yeah.
bought a lot of John Cena action figures this year. Not as many as My Damn Toys, which was an incredible. If you haven't checked that out, if you're listening to this and you haven't seen My Damn Toys, his video tour of his Cenas, go check
Cena's.
his reels. I think he has every single one.
Does
I'm
he?
pretty sure it looked like
If
it. It
if
was
he's missing any, then I'm number one
okay.
because
All
I
right.
have every elite and basic figure. So we'll hammer that out someday and see who is the number one John Cena action figure collector.
Yeah.
John,
Well,
he's not even my guy. I'm just a crazy wrestling figure collector.
all right. So that brings us to Steve, your next pick.
Where are we? Four?
Four.
We are at 4.
Four. Okay. So hard times, baby, if you will. Ultimate Legends, Dusty Rhodes, brand new sculpted torso, new heads, soft goods polka dot shirt, the cop hat, the nightstick,
Hmm.
the quintessential version of Dusty from WWE in the early 90s, late
Yeah.
80s,
Late
early
80s, early
90s.
90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, obviously there are two camps of Dusty fans. Those who really fully embrace that WWE run, and those who prefer the classic NWA pure wrestler Dusty. But there's no doubt about it that there were more eyeballs on this version of Dusty, and like people really fell in love with him. And he made all this work. The music fantastic, one of the top theme songs of all time.
Easily.
And this figure is so satisfying. And even if we did an NWA version instead of the polka dot here, I still think it would feel just as satisfying. Going back to those conversations we had earlier in the Zoom here, it's a satisfying figure. It feels good in the hand. It articulates very well. And then the new sculpted parts are really, really nice.
Yeah. Yep. And
Hmm.
for those that were, the Hasbro fans, back in the day with the WWF figures, uh, this is
Yeah.
feels right at home there. So,
Hmm.
We need a sun damaged yellow boots variation.
oh my God,
Yes.
Dave. So that takes us to your next pick.
Um, number 4. I'll talk more about it when I get into it, but it is going to be ringside exclusive, defining moments, WrestleMania 13, Stone Cold Steve Austin. A figure
Mm.
that I didn't know was possible until I knew it was possible. Um, but one of those ones where it was like, oh yeah, like I've always wanted like this figure to exist. It was one of those ones where it was like it'll never happen. Um, one of like when you talk about defining moments, like when you think of Stone Cold Steve Austin, you think of WrestleMania 13. It's
Oh, for sure.
one of the ultimate WrestleMania moments aside from him winning the title twice at Mania. Like this was one of those things where like you could if you saw it you could never forget it. And it became t-shirts, it became like the cover of a videotape, it became like everything, every moment of all time, because for a lot of us that was the first time you saw somebody like, oh, he possibly did pass out from bleeding this much. Like it is just one of those, like with Shamrock being the ref and Brett, and just one of the more memorable matches of all time, and just started an era. It
And
kicked off an era. Like if you
and
could
getting that
personify,
3-pack to support this is going to be
mhm,
even better. Like, yeah,
yeah, just if you could, one moment to define an era, it's this.
yeah,
Sometimes I can't believe when we go back and look at these things, because we're working 1-2 years ahead, and it's like, holy smokes, like you mentioned talking about defining moments, like this is the quintessential defining moment, like
Hmm.
of professional wrestling. If there was a wrestler made for the line defining moments, like this is it, and this look is it. So it's wild it took this long to get here, but it's also wild we were able to do it and make it happen. So very cool.
yeah. And kudos
Hmm.
to that's Magic on the screaming head sculpt for this one, right? Or was that Bill?
This is, I think, a combo once again.
Okay.
Magic had just rejoined, and I think they tag team this one.
Yeah,
Like it's
because
perfect. I
it's
could see the
yeah.
mat below the head. Like I could
Hmm.
see, like it's one of those things you never forget.
And if again, just some additional viewing, if you ever have the opportunity, if you haven't watched it yet, there is an amazing. It's on the WWE channel of Brett and Stone Cold watching this match, talking about it while they it's like a watch through. Um, it is such an amazing conversation between the two of them. Just like cannot recommend it enough. Cannot
It's
I
recommend it
think
enough.
back to his podcast too of him talking about
yeah,
this. Like,
it's great. My favorite part of that video was when Brett brought up Bill Goldberg.
Always, always, never, never
Steve,
misses an
not while I'm taking a
opportunity.
sip.
I always love too that it's always Bill Goldberg. Like it's like one
Hmm.
one word now. Like his
Yeah,
name
uh,
has become one word. It's just always Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg.
there's a couple of people on TikTok that just like talk about random subjects as Brett, and then they weave in the Bill Goldberg spiel at the end, and it just kills
Yeah,
me every time. You know it's coming, but it's just like great.
you
It's
know it's
kind of like
coming,
how
but you don't know when, and
Yes.
that's the funny part.
it's like you knew I always knew when mom was mad at me because I'd get David. I don't have a middle name, but like when Brett's mad at you because you get your whole name.
All right,
I love it. Love
so
Brett.
that's gonna come back to me.
We we
I'm
we both skip 3,
we both skip three,
so
What
so
was your
that's
three again?
our three
Legends
was
Muda.
was Legends Muda. So that's gonna head
Right.
to you for your number three.
So my number 3 is another Ultimate Legends figure. Special time in my life, a return of a childhood hero, and I kind of like followed WWE around the Northeast that spring and summer as this person, did their return tour, and it's Ultimate Edition Hollywood Hogan from his 2002 WWE run, undisputed champion, defeated Triple H at Backlash, and it was a really special time. He did the book signing. I mean, like so many things happened. Undertaker at Madison Square Garden at a house show. Um, just really crazy to have the Hulkster home in WWE again. And I think Bill did a fantastic job with the brand new head sculpts on this one, the hulking up heads,
Yeah.
just top notch stuff. So really happy with this figure, encapsulating that time of Hulk.
Yeah. And he's again just one of those guys that's toyetic. Just toyetic.
I love the undisputed title. So if there's any way, like, I'm always happy for an excuse for an undisputed title to show up.
And
Like,
damn it, I
thought
fought for the right one in this set. There's two.
Good.
There's a bigger version that
Yep.
came about a little later. I think Rock was the first one to hold it, and he was preparing to give it to Brock Lesnar. And we have both, and they're so similar. When we call out this title, like sometimes we get either version from our partners in Asia, and I was like, that is the wrong damn title. We need the smaller one, and I was adamant. So I'm so happy we got the right one here with the Hulkster.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
the V1 of it.
All right, so that comes back to me, right? Back to
Yes,
me.
now we're at number 2.
We're number 2. I am going to skip my number 2 because I know that it is going to fall on someone else's list, and
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather let them introduce it since it's gonna be a number 1, right? Like
Yeah,
that's the impetus here.
that's fair.
So yeah, so then let's go to Steve. We're actually right back to you for your number 2.
Number 2 is the greatest intercontinental champion of all time. A man with a mighty fine mullet and an even finer mustache. It's Elite 119 Dirty Dominic Mysterio with this purple La Parka inspired gear, Judgment Day shirt. Look at that guy. Look at those biceps, those guns.
Such
Not
a
a
good
minute
figure.
skipped in the gym.
Such a good figure. His dad would be
Each one gets
proud.
better. Each one
If
gets
his
better.
if his dad wasn't such a deadbeat, he'd be very proud of him in this action figure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I meant his real dad. Unfortunately, he's no
Eddie.
longer with us.
Eddie,
Eddie would be so
of
proud.
course. Oh, and he's most proud of the mullet in reality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dom is so good. That dude is. We are blessed to have him in WWE. Like I think he exceeded everyone's expectations, even his own. Like he can do no wrong. He is one of the best the company has right now. Toyetic on top of it, sweet fella. He's great. He's great.
It is
Ask Eric
so.
too. When people were like, "Oh, I don't know," I was like, day one, I'm like, "Nah, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be fine at this. Don't worry."
It's so crazy to go back and watch that run with him and his dad as
Like short
a
hair
tag
Dom.
team. The fact that that was only like what was that even 3 years ago? Like it feels like in a blink of an eye, he completely reinvented himself
Mm-hmm.
and exactly what you said. I mean, there was a point where his heat, the right kind of heat, right, was so
Mm-hmm.
hot that he couldn't even touch a microphone. Like
Yep.
I cannot
One of the
remember.
greatest heel turns of all time. It was like the most obvious heel, but still, like for an individual, one of the greatest heel turns of all time.
And like how quickly he cranked that dial and went from like
Mm-hmm.
emo Dom with just kind of like started to grow the mullet to like where we are now. It's just It's unbelievable.
Like if they ever
Truly
did a hair match
unbelievable.
with him, I wouldn't know what to do. Like,
Oh my god, devastated if he loses those
mhm.
long, luxurious locks of hair.
But
I mean,
everything he's done has been great. Like the the AAA stuff has been great. Like
Oh,
when is he bad at this point?
talk
Like
about
it's
being over. Like he was over in
mhm.
the US, and then you hear his reactions in with the AAA audience, and is just like amplified by 10.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he's a
He's
superstar. Like there's
and
no
every
like
now,
figure just
there's
gets
no future
better.
star. He is a star.
yeah, it's true. Now with you just brought up a good point, Dave. And again, we have it's been a little bit since we've talked with the WWE and AAA's relationship. Like for future Dom releases, are like some of those things now like on the table with that sort of acquisition, like in terms of like including like a AAA title with a WWE athlete.
It's complicated. Um, rights ownerships, designers, it's not a straightforward path, but we're working through things and we'll see what we can do.
Awesome, awesome. Um, Dave, that takes us to your number two.
hmm And if you've been listening along, you know that these are two of my favorite figures of the year, not even just wrestling figures. But I'm going to start off with Elite 115, Kairi Sane. It's Kairi's second figure. And the first one was like a great figure too, with when she was just straight up like Pirate Princess Kairi, and she had the sleeve, like which was an awesome added piece to be able to have the wheel. Like, but now we get to Damage Control Kabuki Warriors era Kairi, and like this is another one where the deco budget must have been insane, but it's kind of perfect. Um, like it's such a like perfect representation of her that it's just a figure I keep going back to. Like as this is like the high watermark of elites for the year for me.
Thank you, Greatest Hits Gunter, for balancing the budget there.
Yeah,
So,
Gunter's one of those guys. So he's definitely going to be a deco budget helper.
Yep. Yep.
so Stone Cold, Roman, Gunther, got it. If we
Rock.
need Rock, yeah, yeah.
hmm
I'm gonna zoom in on the same part that I zoomed in on our top 10 of the year.
Uh-oh,
The
careful here.
amount
What
of
are you doing?
deco that's just in this, like, I don't even know what you call that upper part of like the hip, but
Mhm.
like
hmm
in this piece of plastic alone, the amount of deco that's squeezed in there that's like intricate deco blows my mind
hmm
every time I pick this
With like the
figure up.
clasps and everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
We get
it's just
these,
crazy.
and the
so
umbrella
design will.
too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Design will submit a deco sheet to Asia, and then Asia will send it back with all the deco counts. And for like a Gunter, it might like have a point going to like the side of the trunks or something. But for like a Kyrie, like it's just like a million lines and arrows and call outs, and we're like, oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're glad we have it, Steve.
hmm
I'm glad we have it. And that brings us to our number one here. Our
Yeah.
number one picks across the board. But right before we do that, we did post on Instagram to call out some other people who wanted to just mention at the top of their, who was at the top of their list. So quick shouts, we got a couple here. So at Collect Horror on Instagram, one of our favorite photographers, by the way. If you are not following at Collect Horror, what are you doing? He is amazing. Um, he chose the Wyatt Six in general. So Uncle Howdy, Gacy, Loomis, as we mentioned, all just fantastic figures. Um, and then, oh man, my note just disappeared. Vamping. Now I got to go back into my archive. Dang it. But we had a couple of other people that posted their answers as well, and they had some good ones. If this wants to let me open it now, and it probably won't.
I have some
Okay.
notables. Clear John
Okay.
Cena.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Clear John Cena.
Very good one.
Yeah, so that came from at Matt on
It was real,
Instagram.
guys.
Yeah,
At Matt.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of A's. Matt M
Oh,
with like 16
Matt.
A's. Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt.
Okay.
And also one that we're going to talk about shortly. That's at the top of one of our lists here. I'm not going to mention that one yet, but J Man Collects. You're going to agree very heavily with Mr. Ozer shortly. Put it that way. So I'll kick us off with my number one. Again, to Dave's point, this was my favorite wrestling figure of the year. Was on made my top 10 list of just kind of general action figures. Um, my favorite legacy uh superstar of all time, The Undertaker. As I mentioned on our top 10, he did not wear this outfit for as long as many people think, but it was so cool that it has left that level of a mark on us. The purple and black Undertaker with the "Oh my God, Mabel crushed my face." For real. No, I'm not
Phantom
kidding. He
Mask.
actually crushed my face. Phantom Mask. Um, Sculpted on this time with two different expressions. My favorite detail of this figure is the not dyed roots of the hair. What a touch. What a touch. Yeah. Just a super cool Undertaker figure. I love this body that the Undertaker is on. It's buried under all of this cool stuff. But yeah, tons of accessories. Plus you do get the head sculpt with the removable mask, which is a great touch as well. But yeah, the purple and black Undertaker, or the Player 2 Undertaker if you were playing the video game back in the day. Yeah, so
Nice.
that's my number one. Legends Ultimate Edition, Phantom of the Undertaker. Yeah. Steve, you're number one.
That's it. It's time. Um, so this one fulfilled requests not for a specific talent, but to really improve, make the very best version of one of the greatest of all time. And that's the Monday Night War Ultimate Edition Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that figure featured a brand new build for Steve, new thicker legs, thicker arms for him, included the soft goods jorts, soft goods t-shirt. And I think it's replicating the moment where he drove the Zamboni into the arena, perhaps. So a very memorable moment, and I think an ultimate build worthy of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Brand new knee brace that you can see there, and I talked about figures being some of the top selling ultimate figures of all time, like Batista. This one's right up there. Like so many shipped and sold over the course of the last year. It just speaks to the evergreen power of Stone Cold Steve Austin. People just eternally love him.
Mm-hmm.
And this build
And
on this
beverages
figure,
in case he's thirsty.
yep.
Yeah.
The build on this figure is incredible. Um, yeah,
If
this
Steve
was my
Austin
number
also
two.
here, if Steve Austin also likes a seltzer.
Yeah, I think that he has a Sprite here, though.
Yes, yeah,
Liquid
it's a
Death did
Sprite.
not
We'll go
exist
with
at that
that.
time.
We'll go with that. But yeah, this was my number two. This is why I skipped over it. I wanted Steve to be able to reveal his number one. But yeah, absolutely incredible figure. This is the quintessential Steve Austin. Right now, I have the vest from the original Ultimate Edition actually on him, and it fits great. Um, but yeah, slightly larger build. Uh, I love that you called out the larger legs because we did
Mm-hmm.
we did a meet and greet with Stone Cold like during his heyday,
You
and the
did. I
one
had to
thing that,
work.
oh, that's right, you were not there. Um,
I had to.
I
People needed
remember
their ice cream that day.
I remember leaving the table, like walking up, getting my autograph on the 8x10. Hey, how the hell are you, kid? Like really fun little interaction with him. But I just remember thinking that I have never seen larger calves on a human being before than
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
on him, and I was just like, wow, his legs were so big. And I don't know why that was the thing that I was like drawn to in that moment, but I
Probably
just
because
remember
they were the
as a
size of
kid,
you at the time.
You're a
just
calves
they
guy.
I'm a calf guy. What can I say? Can I say?
Same thing. I met
Um,
him, and it was like, this guy has boulder calves. Like, how is this even possible? You know, everything else seemed achievable, even if
yeah,
you have to take some extra vitamins to make it happen, right? But the calves were just like, this is just like inhuman.
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, he's
Well,
like Big Papa Pump, but just calf only.
Yeah.
big Papa Calf.
Okay.
We'll have to workshop that one. We'll have
Yeah,
to
But
workshop that one.
not
the
quite
other thing
there.
that I've got to say too, like this has been a good year too for like soft goods bottoms. Like any soft good pants, the pant quality has just been super good. That's where we were going.
What portion of the body did the pants go on?
The lower
The
half.
lower,
Oh, the
the
lower.
lower
Good
half,
answer.
the lower half. But yes, his shorts do fit really well. They're great shorts.
Hmm.
They're fantastic shorts on his legs with large
Cena
calves.
box set shorts, right?
Hmm.
Another notable
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thugonomics Cena.
it's true. It's true. Yeah, there
Even
have been
the
lots of good
like the tracksuit pants on that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, even going back for like the rock tracksuit.
Muda
This,
pants.
yeah. Well, no, I
Even
meant
Muda's
like the soft
pants.
goods.
Okay, all right.
The soft goods ones. So this was like they've gotten so much better.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
DiBiase, I don't know if he was this year or not. DiBiase and Steamboat, maybe.
Yes, that was this year.
Yes.
That was
Yeah,
or
that was early in the
2025.
year.
that suit
Yeah.
was such an improvement over the original
Hmm.
entrance crate suit by leaps and bounds. Yeah, I think collectively we're just really trying to pay attention of how these things actually fit on the figures and playing with material and whatnot. And thank you for noticing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we work together to try to make the soft goods better than ever.
The entrance crates one, wasn't that like a it was almost like a step it like the whole thing. It was like a
Yeah.
single piece, wasn't it?
Hmm.
If I remember correctly?
I don't remember. I
Yeah.
remember, when we went to do the Coliseum collection, looking back at the time it was great, right? But
Yeah.
it's 15 years later, and looking back and thinking, I'm a little worried about doing this in soft goods for Coliseum collection. And Bill really wanted to do it, and I'm like, as long as we just blow that original out of the water. I didn't want to, repeat that. Once again, great at the time, but I think we could do better now. And he nailed it. He
Yeah.
totally did.
Yep.
No, that stuff is like the quality is like tenfold, like that 100-fold. Like it's been so good.
Yeah. And I mean that's something that Mattel in general is
Hmm.
like the soft good. I mean it's the house that Barbie built, right? Like there's so many talented people there that know their soft goods and you could see it across the different lines. Um which tying back to what we talked about at the beginning of this podcast, I'm very excited to see what ends up happening with DC because there's a lot of opportunities for some really cool soft good stuff. Um but Dave, it's time for your number one
It's
here.
it's time for number one, and this was one of my favorite figures of the year, period, bar none. We started the list with Great Muda, and we're ending the list with Great Muda too. The Ultimate 25 Great Muda.
Woo!
Um, honestly, it's you got two versions of Muda with the chase, and like both versions. If you were a Muda fan this year, you did good because you got five figures that are off the charts. Like,
Don't forget those
and with
superstars figures, which
superstars,
are also
you got
awesome.
way more. Like, because you got about five more with all the combinations there too. Um, but even down to the mist, like this is the Muda I remember. This is the Muda I grew up like being afraid of, and it's just perfect. Like even the chase one with the black and white, like that's the if you remember two Mudas, it's that from the
Hmm.
like late '80s. Perfect. Late '80s, early '90s. Whenever he'd show up in WCW, it'd be like, like now we're getting good. Like you knew something good was gonna happen because the scary man is back.
I've never been able to work with Bill so easily and quickly as these Muda figures. When we had to put a business plan together, it was like 5 minutes of hashing out, how many figs we could do in a period of time, and even the looks for this one. He was like, "What look do you want?" And I named which what turned out to be the chase, and he named this one, and he's like, "We'll do both." And it was just like everything was just like so easy. And Muda was totally worth what we did this past year for him. I don't know if we'll get many more cracks at Muda or not, but I think people will walk away from 2025 feeling very satisfied with Muda in their WWE collections.
For sure. I was gonna say the only other thing that I would want. I mean, we got it in the Superstars version, but if this somehow found its way back into
The green and the
one of
blue.
those greatest hits lines, greatest hits ultimate editions, the blue face paint is the one.
That was a good
That's the
one.
one for
Yeah.
me. But yeah, like you said, it's we're Muda fans were definitely eating good in 2025. It was
Yeah,
feast
this is
time.
one of those ones from the render, like when you guys announced the render on, where I was like, oh, this is gonna turn out great. Like, because even the face with the spitting the mist, like it doesn't need the mist for it to still be a great. Like, it's not like where
hmm
it's like looks like it's missing a piece. If
Mhm.
that makes sense.
Yep.
Like it still works. It's probably one of my favorite ultimates ever, to be honest.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a
Well,
good
It's like
one.
right up there with Money in the Bank Punk.
with that, though, that's it.
That's the
2025 is a
list.
wrap. We are looking forward now. 2026,
Hmm.
lots of cool things coming. Like we said on the beginning, if you're listening to this when it airs on this, I don't know what date that is, whatever Monday this is, go back to
I can't
Ringside
math.
Collectibles YouTube channel because on Friday the 16th, um, Steve and Magic were on with Fig Heel and Ringside, and there's probably going to be a whole lot more things to talk about that we don't know
Hmm.
about yet because we're recording this before you do that live stream. But
Yeah.
yeah, we at some point we'd love to have you back on, talk about all the fun things you're working on. But remind our listeners, our viewers, where can they keep up to date with everything WWE Elite Squad and yourself on social media?
I am Action Figure Attack on Instagram and TikTok, Action Fig Attack on X. I'm on the forums, Ringside forums as Action Figure Attack. Yeah, follow for the latest and greatest.
Awesome. And yeah, super excited to see, like I said, what's coming in 2026.
Hmm.
Yeah. We've got Royal Rumble to look forward to. That's on the horizon. Lots and lots and lots of wrestling things. Um
WrestleMania back in Vegas, guys. You
Yep.
coming
yeah.
out? Oh, yes. I got a confirmation. I'm
Dave,
holding you to it.
you going? Dave, you going?
I've thought about it, but with that Raw at MSG on the 30th, that's
Yeah.
let's throw that up in the air.
We'll
It's going to be
see.
a great year. It's going to be a great
Hmm.
2 years and beyond,
For sure.
I hope so.
if I
Hope
make
so.
it.
You'll be fine. You'll be
I'll be
fine.
fine. I'll be fine.
Just keep working on those soft bottoms. You'll be fine.
Deal.
Thanks.
With that, it's time to say goodnight. And Dave, send us home.
I mean, what more could I add?